Hey beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning in again. Today I am going to tell you why blue light is beneficial to you. But before I get into today's video, if you could subscribe below, that would be amazing. And it's totally your choice if you want to or not, but it would mean the world to me and the team here at Blue Blocks. So let's get into today's video. Why is blue light good for us? Now we hear a lot of bad press about blue light. There's a lot of blogs out there, there's a lot of articles in the news that say blue light is really bad for you. And yes, they are true to a certain extent. Blue light in isolation from artificial sources like backlit digital devices or LED light sources from above, fluorescence, all contain very high frequency, high energy blue light, which does cause and lead to digital eye strain, migraines, headaches, and disrupt sleep. But blue light is also very beneficial. Now, I want to come on here and talk a little bit about why blue light is beneficial so we can balance out the argument a little bit more. Now, blue light is not beneficial after sunset. The reason it's not beneficial after sunset is because in nature and ancestrally, there wouldn't have been any blue light present after sunset. And our circadian rhythms really evolved not to detect blue light after sunset, so we could just detect the reds and the oranges and yellows, and that would help increase melatonin, which would then help us sleep. We have a lot of blue light in our homes, which tricks the circadian rhythm to think it's daytime, disrupts our sleep. So that's why blue light's bad. During the day, blue light's bad because in isolation, it leads to digital eye strain, headaches, aging, and it can lead to migraines as well. But blue light from the sun is super beneficial. So when you go out on a nice clear day, what color is the sky? It's blue. Therefore, you don't want to be blocking blue light in its entirety during the day, because what blue light does during the day is it keeps cortisol levels fairly high. Now, cortisol gets a bad rap because people think of it as the stress hormone, but cortisol is actually needed to keep humans alert and awake during the daytime. It's what kept us alert and awake during ancestral times. So we don't want to be blocking it in its entirety. We need blue light during the day to feel alert and awake. Now, another thing that blue light does during the day as well is that it increases dopamine, and dopamine is super important because it's the reward system in the brain. Now, the reason blue light increases dopamine is because we want more of that blue light during the day to keep our circadian rhythm healthy and functioning well. But the brain wants blue light from the sun because that's what it evolved under. So the different frequencies that are contained in the sun in the blue range are what our circadian rhythm needs to keep that dopamine level high, keep us feeling amazing and great and not feeling depressed and sluggish. When we're exposed to copious amounts of artificial blue light in isolation from digital devices during the day, that can actually lead to lower levels of dopamine because we're getting the incorrect wavelengths and we're getting too much of it, which can cause resistance to the brain actually producing the correct amounts of dopamine. One of the other huge benefits of blue light during the day is that it produces something called serotonin in the gut. Now, serotonin does two things. Number one, it makes us feel happy, okay? It gives us purpose, makes us feel alive, and it's great. Who doesn't want serotonin? And blue light is responsible for its production in the gut. Now, another thing serotonin is used for is later on in the day, serotonin actually mixes with something called tryptophan, which we get from our diet, and it mixes in the gut, and then it produces something called melatonin. Melatonin is then used after sunset, in the absence of blue light, to actually help us sleep and help us heal. So it's very important to get blue light during the day to keep our serotonin levels production levels good within the gut, because it's going to help us feel happy and help us sleep later on in the day as well. Because what we don't want to do during the day is block blue light. We get so many questions here at Blue Blocks of people saying like, how much does your clear lenses and your yellow lenses, so the blue light and the summer glow lenses, block from blue light? We don't want to block blue light, we want to filter it. More is not better when you want to filter blue light during the day. Otherwise, we would just have one pair of glasses, which would be the Sleep Plus, the red lenses, and you'd wear them all day and all night. That's the worst thing you can do. Light needs change throughout the day. That's why we have three lenses. We don't just go, here's a pair of clear glasses and here's a slightly darker pair of clear glasses for the evening, because that doesn't line up with the science. And here at Blue Blocks, We're all about giving you guys the science you need to understand light and how it impacts us. And a pair of clear glasses is going to be great for filtering the blue light during the day down, but it's not going to be good to help you sleep in the evening. So what to look for when buying a pair of blue light computer glasses for during the day, the clear lenses, is you don't want to filter any more than 30% of the blue light. Blue light computer glasses filter exactly 30% across the entire blue range, okay? So you don't want to focus on specific areas, you want that whole blue range filtered down a bit so we can mitigate any ill effects of digital eye strain whilst keeping serotonin, dopamine and cortisol levels where they should be. Now, nothing takes away from the sun, and people that have heard me on the podcasts I've been on and on other videos on here, well, I will always stress you need natural light as well. You need to be outside with no sunglasses on in the sun as much as possible. And the reason you want to do that is because your circadian rhythm thrives off messages from the sun. So blue light glasses are fantastic during the day when you're working on the digital devices and you've got artificial lighting around you, and we're in a modern 21st century world where we can't get away from this. Not everyone can go and sit and work outside all the time. We need to be indoors working. It's the world we live in. So the blue light glasses are a great strategy to filter down that blue light during the day, but don't block it. And also get outside as much as possible, because blue light from the sun during the day is the most beneficial thing for your health. So don't let people tell you that blue light is all bad. That's only part of the truth. Blue light has a good side, and that is what I've hopefully taught you guys today. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to listen to this. And if it's not too much problem, and if you're comfortable doing it, please subscribe below, leave a comment. I'll happily answer it because I love helping to educate people, and I will personally answer those. So have a beautiful day ahead, and thank you so much again for listening to me talk about light and health.